How you doing, everyone? It's Derp here again. Today we're just going to be doing some summery food. The weather in Ajax has been amazing today. It's 4 degrees Celsius. It's really warm in comparison to the cold weather alerts we had earlier this month. So it's just nice to have this really nice break from all the cold weather. I'm in the mood for something summery. So today we're gonna do a little bit of rib steak. We're gonna make a little bit of salad. We're gonna make some broccoli and cheddar soup. It's gonna be a longer video today. We got a lot of cooking to do. So let's get inside and let's make it happen. This is Derp, and yeah, let's get the cooking started. Okay, so the cooking we're doing today, we're doing it live. I just got my haul back from Costco. So I'm just gonna show you what I got ready for all y'all. Let's set this up right here. So we got rib steaks. There we go. Nice looking steaks there. Right, this is about a kilo worth of steaks. There's 3 steaks in here. So I think each steak is gonna be what, roughly 300 grams. So that's a good sized steak. We got some 2-year aged Balderson cheddar. You can see that there. Yeah, and then some mushrooms. We might saute some of those and add it as a side to the steak, or maybe as a little topping. Our salad, baby romaine, organic. Take a look at it there. Is it coming up? And then, last but not least, the broccoli florets. So this is everything. This is going to be our meal. It's going to be nice and simple. Steak, soup, and the salad. So let's get started. This is all our stuff. Let's get cooking. Okay, we are live on the head cam today. The 2 pieces of equipment that I'm going to use, actually the 3, is going to be my cast iron skillet. You can see it's already oiled. We're going to use this to make the steak. And my Dutch oven here. We're going to use this one to saute off the mushrooms. I'm just probably going to do all the mushrooms in one shot so they don't go off. And then I'll have them ready, cooked off in the fridge, and I can use it later this week for other recipes, probably omelets. I can make single portions of cream of mushroom soup. I can use it as toppings just on the other 2 steaks that I have going on there. So the Dutch oven is going to be used for mushrooms. I'm also going to use a Dutch oven possibly to do the broccoli, because for making the broccoli soup I want to caramelize those broccoli florets a little bit to release more of the flavor. I like doing it that way as opposed to just steaming the broccoli, because it releases more flavor. I think it's a little bit boring just to do the broccoli in a water boil or steam it in the microwave. Lastly, I have the Vitamix here. If you don't have a Vitamix, I suggest you get one right now. Go out to the store and yeah, buy Vitamix right away. Vitamix is one of the most amazing kitchen tools you have. It's a great gateway tool to get you into eating vegan food or vegetarian food. It makes a lot of really great smoothies with kale, with baby spinach. It will help you open up your recipes because you can make so many more soups and smoothies. So today we're going to use this to blend the broccoli and the cheddar together, and that will be the machine I use to make the soup. So I have everything here. I have the tamper, the actual container, and the main motor base. Okay, so that's the equipment. Moving right along, I'm going to start working on the broccoli for the soup. We'll do the soup first. So I'm going to start by measuring it out. Yeah, let's measure out how much broccoli we're going to need. I can never open it. Goodness, where do they keep the knives? Okay, there's the knife. So what I'm going to do is take some broccoli florets and just add it to the blender. So we're only going to cook what's going to fit in the blender. I'm going to start turning on both pans so we can cook off all the vegetables right away. So there we go. That's all measured. We should give it a quick rinse. Where's our tools? There we go. So that's all the broccoli I'm gonna use for making the soup, because I know it's gonna fit in my blender. If there's any off spots on the broccoli, just rip them off and throw them out. That should be good. So there's already some oil in this pan right here. Something smells smoky already. Not sure what it is. Let's test if it's hot. No. I just shook a little bit of water into the skillet. Once this water starts cracking and popping, I know that the oil will be hot enough. So I'm not going to really start anything right now. I'm going to pause it until I guess my pans get hot enough. We'll come back. Okay, so our pans are hot enough now. I'm just going to drop the broccoli in. You can hear it cracking right away. That's perfect. I grabbed the mushrooms too, which you'll see are right here. Just gonna, maybe I'll do it in 2 batches. Or maybe the whole thing will fit. Yeah, that's good. So we'll just get those things going. I'm gonna add some seasoning. Where's my seasoning? Well, once I find the salt, well, we'll just use this here. I'm gonna season the mushrooms, a little bit of coarse salt, and we'll season the broccoli too. Of coarse salt. We're just gonna let everything here brown and caramelize. I'm gonna add some pepper to my mushrooms. That should be enough. And that's it. So we're just gonna let everything slowly cook here. Let it sear off. The mushrooms will reduce, the broccoli will reduce, and then I'll come back and show you what our next step is going to be. I think I've decided I'm going to add a bit of onion to the soup, just to make it a little bit more round, give it a little bit more savoriness. So, since we're going to blend it anyways with the Vitamix, I'm just going to go ahead and roughly chop it. That's it. We'll throw this in with the broccoli, let it all brown. And I think by the looks of it, half an onion will do me just fine. I'll take this. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay. We'll just dump that there. So you can see the broccoli, some of it is starting to sear and brown. Look at that. Okay. I think I'm just going to add a touch more oil. Get it to crisp up. There we go, let that oil do its thing. My pan setting is on 6, so slightly over medium heat. Let's go move to the mushrooms. You can see a lot of the mushroom liquor is coming out. So I want to brown these mushrooms. I don't want to stew them, so I'm just going to let all that liquid evaporate. Give it a good mix, make sure we're spreading the heat on the mushrooms. This is going to reduce quite a bit, and I think it's already shrinking. You can see as the liquid comes out of the mushrooms, the volume is going to reduce. Okay. We'll let this go for about 10-15 minutes and we'll come back. So I totally just remembered I have some ham left over in the fridge. So what I'm going to do is chop up a bit of it and crisp it up nice and hard. And when you can use that as like a, I guess, similar to a bacon topping, just to garnish off the top of that broccoli and cheddar soup. So what I'm going to do is just take a couple pieces of ham. Let's just take a section like this. And I'm just going to chop this up really thin like. And then we're just going to kind of make a couple ham strips here. And we'll crisp this up nice and hard. And then we'll use this to garnish our bacon and cheddar soup. And I actually have some beer in the fridge, so I'm tempted to use beer in the soup. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that, but I think that's a good idea. Cooking with beers. Roll that piece of fat there, we'll let that render in the pan. So I'm just going to leave this here. That's ready to go. We're just going to toss this in my skillet once the broccoli is done. And I'm going to go wash my hands. So I hope you guys are picking this up on the camera here, but this broccoli is pretty much done. It's got a lovely color to it now. Really bright green. I don't want it to go gray. That can happen if you overcook the broccoli. So I'm going to take this off and just let it continue cooking in its own heat. And I think those onions are done too. You can see that they've gone soft and translucent. Some of the onions are still a bit white, but that's fine because we're going to be blending this. And the Vitamix is super powerful, so none of this is going to get left behind. So that's done. Let's transfer this out, and then let's start browning the ham. Where am I going to do it? Just grab this. Oh, and our mushrooms. Check out our mushrooms. Our mushrooms are getting really stewy, so I'm going to let a lot of that liquid come off, and I'm going to let it brown and develop some color. There we go. Broccoli is ready for soup. Let the pan get hot again. Well, I think it is already hot. Well, let's throw that there. And let's get our ham. So we're going to jack up this heat and just let this ham crisp up. Let's spread this around. We're going to let this brown. There's already a lot of natural fat in the ham, so I'm going to let that render, and then it will fry basically in its own fat. I think that's enough for a nice garnish. Perfect. So we're going to let that brown, and we'll come back when it's done. Mushrooms are looking great. So the soup might be ready sooner than we think. So as you can see now, a lot of this ham is developing some really nice color. Look at that. Look at that. So nice. Love me some pork. Love you, pork. Oh, you know what we can do? I think we're going to fry that rib steak right in this pork fat, whatever is left in this pan. Huh? Huh? That's an idea. Right? Nothing like a little bit of a smoky pork taste on that steak. So I think we're going to do that. There we go. I'm going to let this go for a couple more minutes, and I think I'm probably going to chop them up a little bit smaller, so we have little ham pieces as opposed to these long strips. So just let that go. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Just let it cool down. Perfect. That's ready. Mushrooms are still going. Too much water in here. Let's get rid of some of this water. Oh my goodness. Let it evap out. And then I want the mushrooms as well to develop some color. Alright? I don't even know if you can see that. All the damn steam. Okay. Here. The mushrooms, all the liquid has evaporated. Alright, so we're now just left with the mushroom meat. So I'm gonna let this now go for another maybe 5-7 minutes and let it caramelize, let it develop some color, and then this will be done. And then we can start working on the soup and assembling that. Perfect. Okay, now we got this Royal Canadian Cheddar. It's been aged for 2 years. The company is Balderson that makes it. I've never had this before, so I'm gonna cut it open and see how it tastes. And I think I'm gonna use about 1/3 of it for the soup. We want this to be really cheesy. Nice and cheesy. Okay. It's got a mild smell, nothing crazy. Let's taste it, shall we? It's very smooth. Yeah, it's nice. I like it, it's nice. Yeah, that's okay, we'll use that.
Yeah, it's okay, it'll do.
So now, I don't want to kill my blender, so we'll do some of the work for it. So how are we gonna chop this up? We'll do that in half, I guess. Cut that in thirds. And then just go ahead and, well, maybe quarters. Okay. And then now, just chop them up skinny. There you go. It doesn't take too long, right? So when I say broccoli and cheddar soup, I mean it. Look at all this cheese. It's gonna form the body of our soup. So here we go. So we all ready there. Mushrooms I've already turned off. I'm just gonna let it stay in the Dutch oven here and warm, stay warm. Where is my container? Container, where are you? There you are. Okay, so I have decided. We will use a little bit of Molson M. Yeah. I got my little bit for me and a little bit for the soup. Where's my spoon? Let's use a big old spoon here. We're just gonna spoon this nicely into our blender. Hoorah, look at that. Look at that! You already know it's gonna taste good. Look at it, it's crazy. Now, you don't really need a lot of liquid here to, a little beer for me. There you go, little beer for me. So let's just, I just put enough to cover the blades on the bottom to help it spin. I don't want to kill your ears, but I mean this Vitamix blender, it gets really loud. So we always turn it on, we always make sure it's on the lower setting, on 1, and we turn it on. And I think that might be enough, because I want to rough chop it. I still want to get some bits in here. We want to see those florets. I don't want it to be a total paste. Let's add a little bit more liquid. Where are you? There you go. There you go. Okay, so this is pretty much done. I'm going to take this out, replace a lot of this back here. Actually, I'm going to put it right into my pan to cook now. Okay, so that's gone. Now, I'm going to leave some broccoli in this pan. we're gonna add the rest of the beer. Actually, a little bit more. Sorry, I gotta sacrifice some out of my glass. Now we're gonna add the cheese. We're gonna add the cheese and let that break down in the Vitamix. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, here we go. It's gonna get loud. Once I see it swirling, I know that this is pretty much done. We do the reverse, just lower it, and there's our soup. Okay? Look at that. So let's turn this on, let it warm up. Oh, nice. So nice! Where is my spatula? So I'm just gonna clean this up. Look at you. Look at you, you sexy soup. You're so pretty, you know you are. Look at you. Look at that, huh? So that's looking pretty good. Looking nice and green. I want to take out the rest. I don't want to waste this here. How should I get the rest of it? Throw a little milk in there. Should we throw a little milk in there? Let's throw a little bit of milk in there. Actually, no, I don't want to sacrifice my beer. Let's get some milk. If there's any milk. Hello, milk! Okay, what the heck? Let's just use some water. Just a little bit. We're just going to cover the blades. That's enough. Just going to clean this up. Whiz it around. So the blender is pretty much self-cleaning. Look at that. Look at that. It's all gone. So I'll throw that in there. I'll just let it soak. And then now we'll cook up this soup. Medium-high heat. Just let everything come together. What is this stuff? Oh, onion. Okay. Look what I got brown in my soup. Look at it. I'm gonna taste it right now. See how we're doing. Oh, that's mean. That's so mean. That is. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to do that again. Like, it's just, that's flavor. That's flavor, baby. So we're just gonna let that come to a simmer. And it's ready to go. Let all that cheese kind of just melt and combine. Man, is that good. So this is gonna be our starter with a little bit of crispy ham topping there. Okay, so I'm gonna let this do its thing, and in a couple minutes my guests are coming, and then I'm going to start working on that steak as I promised, the rib steak. See ya. Okay, so we're back. I am now heating up my pan. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the pan. There we go. So I think the method we're going to use today to make the rib steaks, I have three rib steaks. I think we're just going to cook 2. And then I'm just going to slice them up. We're all going to kind of share it, kind of have like a family-style dinner with the steaks. Excuse me. We're going to cook 2 steaks at the same time. We're going to let this pan get nice and hot. And then we're going to use the constant flip method. Or, as I like to call it, flip it all the goddamn time method of cooking steak. So you put the steak, leave it for 30 seconds, flip it, 30 seconds, flip it, 30 seconds, flip it, 30, and you get the idea. And this is going to produce a beautiful crust right on that rib steak. Say hello, ma.
Hello.
Say hello, ma.
Hello.
So I'm gonna cook for my mother and my father, and they just got home. So let's heat up this oil, and then we're gonna make some steaks. Okay, so my oil is clearly smoking hot. All right, we're gonna maintain a nice heat, maybe at a 7. We're gonna open up the steak. I'm not gonna season it yet, because I don't want to ruin this oil by adding any salt. So we're going to cook up 2 steaks. and we're gonna do this from start to finish. I gotta grab me some tongs, so I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we back. I got me my tongs, and here's my steak. We're just gonna open this up. It has been sitting outside at room temperature. Look at you! You see this? This eye? That's flavor. That's gonna render. It's gonna make the taste steak great. It's gonna make the taste steak great. It's gonna make the steak taste great. So, let's do this. Ready? Listen. Oh my God. Oh my God. 30 seconds. Here we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Look. There you go. Flip it. So this is going to create an incredible sear on the steak. Other people, as they do this, are going to be spooning oil on the top. I'm not going to really bother with that because I only got the 2 hands to go here. There we go. And it's a nice method because it really cooks the center nice and even because the heat is getting trapped in the middle, I guess, because the heat's traveling away from the pan, so it's always going up towards the center. You can see how nicely it's going to crust. Steak is really loose still. You can see how loose it is. So I'm flipping it on the 0, I'm flipping it on the 30. Okay? And we're just gonna keep on going like this until it's finished. I know it's finished when it's gonna firm up a little bit on me. Right now you can still see how loose it is. So this is totally blue, totally rare in the center. Very nice. So that's it. I think I'm gonna grab me another beer in a second. And this is a great way to cook the steak because it's extremely even. And you really see it developing as you're turning it. Basically the whole one side of the steak is gonna look this lovely dark brown. And you can already see how it's darkening up in some of the spots. And this is the thickness of steak you want to do this with. At Costco they cut the steaks really nice. This is about a good inch and a half. I say no, it's a good inch. Where am I? Oh, we missed our flip. Okay, see how slowly already the crust is happening. I'm gonna shoot for a medium rare medium. Okay, we'll flip it again. And the 0s and the 30s, let's flip, right? There we go, just keep on flipping it. Yeah, if you want to fast forward through this, no problem. I might also speed it up in the actual video itself when I'm done actually cooking this up here. But I really wanted to show you this, the whole process. How from beginning to end the crust is developing right before your eyes. And you can hear it quieting down now. So that means a lot of the liquid is either have gone out of the steak or is now staying in the steak. And this marble is slowly melting. You can see that. Look at it! Look at it! Woohoo! And I really like cooking it this way as well. You don't have any crazy warping on the meat. As you flip it, it stays quite flat. And again, you can really only do this on a cast iron skillet because of its heat retention. If you try to use this in any other kind of regular old pan, like an aluminum pan, you're gonna fail. So get yourself a proper non-stick, get yourself a proper cast iron Lodge skillet. My brand that I'm using is Lodge. I guess you can try other brands if they've worked for you in the past. We are getting there. Maybe another 3-4 minutes, this is going to be done. It's starting to firm up. There you go. You see we're reaching another level of searing. So this is almost done. You can see it really starting to char a little bit. We know we're close now. Do me a favor. Go downstairs and grab me, actually no, give me that, that's fine. Just leave that there. Thank you, boss. No, this is perfect. Ow. Yeah, and I only really suggest you use this method of cooking steak if you have a lot of time on your hands and you only have a couple of steaks that you got to do. Okay, I feel it firming up, and this might be ready for removal. Couple more flips. I really want this to start going black on me in some of the spots. Okay, I think this is just about ready. I might do one last flip and we're done. Take a look at the opposite side. Yeah, that looks good. And it's firmed up on me nicely. Yeah, I think I'm taking that off. Just gonna let that rest, and then we'll slice it up. There we go. Before I leave this, I'm gonna season it now on both sides. A little bit of salt and pepper. Now we'll season it. So get some coarse salt on it there. Let the meat rest. It will still be cooking as it rests right now. I only suggest you guys do this once in a while because it is very decadent and very rich cut of meat in the first place, and then on top of it we're going to be cooking it in oil. So extremely rich dinner, but I think, you know, we can do this once in a while. I haven't had steak like this in a long time. Nice pepper rib steak. And she's done. My goodness. Look at that. Pepper steak. Beautiful. That's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to show how we're going to plate this. We're going to do some salad, as I mentioned. It'll probably be on the side. So maybe we're going to treat this like, what do you think? A salad steak?
Absolutely beautiful.
Steak on a salad?
Yes.
With soup. So a really, really decadent soup and salad for dinner. I have some cornbread, and there's also some leftover...
potato.
Well, what are we going to call that? Like a potato casserole that we did, or roasted potatoes with mixed vegetables. Yeah. So we'll show that to you. I didn't make a video for that, but we'll be serving that with the steak. All right? Okay, check me out. We back, baby. Derp. So we're going to finish off the meal now with a little bit of salad. It's going to be lovely. So I'm just going to toss this in a little bit of, where are we? Go slow. Sun-dried tomato and arugula, just something light. And again, I'm just going to glaze the leaves in this dressing, just very lightly. I want them to shine, that's it. We don't really heavy, sloppy salad. And I'm hoping, I haven't made steak in a while, I'm hoping that my color is right. And this is something like a medium rare medium. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the steak is indeed how I want it to look. Okay, so salad. Very, very, very lightly dressed. I'm just going to put some in the middle there. I'm just going to do one plate. We'll show the folks at home how this is going to look. This we can dump. Steak. And I need my knife. Where are you? Where's my knife? Hello? There you are. So we're just going to take the steak. Looks like it's definitely rested. And we're just going to slowly start chopping right through it. I'm going to cut it. Oh, it's very loose. So I'm hoping the color... Wow. So it's looking more like a medium. I probably could have stopped it a little bit earlier. So let's see. Oh well. There we go. There we go. That color looks right. So that looks about medium well. Color's looking good. A little bit over. Yeah. Okay. When I was looking at the actual time lapse on the video itself, this was about 12 minutes. So if you want to cook it less, it's going to be probably around 8 minutes. But it's really soft, so I don't know. Let's take a piece. The color is pretty deep, but it is really tender. So I don't know. It's throwing me off. So there we go. We got some steak on the salad. We're gonna top it off with some of these mushrooms right here. I mean, I will cut a little bit of cornbread. Oh my goodness, just a little knife.
Tropilo.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start slicing this one up. Let's see what the color looks like on the inside. Nice. Slightly pinkish. I'd say that's a good medium steak. Look at that. Look at the color there. Nice. Okay. Okay, so all the steaks are done. So the way I plated the first one is I just put some salad greens here, put the steak on top, mushrooms, and then cornbread. So I'll just show it to you again. I'll take some salad. And all I did was I took some baby greens and then I just lightly tossed it in my tomato oregano dressing here. I'm going to take a bit more of these leaves. Probably get to use up the whole box tonight, which is good. I want to lightly dress this, just to get it shine. We don't want a sloppy salad. We still want the leaves to look like leaves, right? So there we go. There's your salad. There's your steak. Got a nice big helping of steak there. Some mushrooms.
I'm heating up the potato.
Thank you. We'll put a piece of cornbread there. Why not? And that's pretty much done. So there's our salad steak, mushrooms, and then I'll just plate the soup. Alright, so the steak, I'm going to transfer it out. Yeah, lovely pink color on the steak. So I think I'm going to make my steak like this again in the future. When I have steak, it's a really nice technique. I'm wondering, you probably could do the same thing on the grill. Probably a different effect because it's not sitting in hot oil, but there must be a similar coloring you'd get on the steak there. So I'm just gonna rough chop some of this ham. There we go. So we're just gonna ladle out some of the soup, still nice and hot. I think I will add a touch of milk. You said you had milk? I want this to run a little bit more, so I'm just going to add a little bit of milk now, just to loosen it up. Thank you. There we go, just to loosen it up.
Do you want me to prepare the potato? I have the sweet potato.
No, that's enough. And then we're just going to top it with some of this ham. And then that's it. And there's our broccoli cheddar soup with crispy ham. Okay, so I guess, blah, blah, blah. Let's try that again. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is the broccoli cheddar soup with crispy ham. It's our salad steak, done at the constant flip method, the rib steak, topped with a bit of sauteed mushrooms and served on a nice baby green salad and a little cornbread I had from one of my other videos. So enjoy that. I hope you guys had fun watching this. My name's Urkaderp, and I'll see you later.